everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we're going to talk about back to school makeup. We just want to share like how we get through our uni life, you know, when you have classes early in the morning at 8:30 AM or 9 AM, and then you have to rush out of the house quickly, and then you still have to eat something, and then yet at the same time you still have to put on some colours on your face. One of the reasons why what makes me want to put on some colours on my face every day for my uni days is that my friends used to laugh at me, saying that I look so pale, you know, or like I have no colours at all. I will scare people when I walk into the lecture hall. How about you?
For me, for my uni days, I think I started my skincare because of the climate changes over there in Australia. So I started to have my skincare, started to start my moisturizer, adding on serums, and slowly with makeup also. Hi, you're back. So we went to wash our face and also put the skincare on, and we have the final step, which is our sunscreen.
Yes.
I currently use this Acwell UV Cut sunblock. It's a cooling sunblock. I think it's very good because it's SPF 50 and it also has a cooling effect with it.
And then this is one of the favourite sunblock. It's also from Acwell. And what's so good about this sunblock is that it is a cushion, so it comes with a puff so that I don't have to use my hands, you know, to touch on my face. So let's spread our face.
Yes. So I really like this sunblock because it's really not, it doesn't have a white cast and it's not very oily. So and once it's applied to my skin, it just blends with my skin and gives me the right coverage that I want.
I like this cushion because you know, like I mentioned, I don't have to use my fingertips to really get into my skin and rub it. You know, I can just use the puff to pat, and the best thing is that it's not only that it's non-oily, you see, as you can see, you know, it picks up the right amount of product, and then you just have to pat, and then it's not oily, and then it doesn't leave a white cast on my face. And that's the best thing that, you know, you can find in a good sunblock, because usually a lot of sunblock is either it's very oily that will cause me to break out, or they will leave like a white cast, which is not something that I like. Yeah.
It seems really convenient for you just tap.
Yes, and it's very cute packaging. Wherever you are, you can just touch up like that. Usually after I put on my sunblock, I'll spray on my face just to prep it, you know, for my makeup. So I'm using this Acwell Defense Ampoule. It's one of my favourite because I have very sensitive skin, and then sometimes I will break out in rashes very often, and I find that this is really good. The mist is very fine. It calms down my skin, it hydrates it, and also kind of act like a primer, you know, before I put on my makeup. Yeah.
I also have this face mist that I have with me. It's by the Sulwhasoo. Sulwhasoo Hydro 8 Moisturizing Soothing Mist. It's also very good for when you go to the plane, when you travel around. You feel your face is very dry, and then you just have to just spray a little bit and just moisturize your skin. Okay, so let's spray. Let's spray.
Usually for myself, I like to go in with my concealer first. So the concealer that I'm using is the Giverny Milk Chap Concealer. I really like it because it's not cakey, but yet it has a good amount of coverage, which is very beautiful. And a lot of people rave about it, saying that it's very similar to the NARS concealer. So for mine, right, just a little bit will do. I'll usually just put like 3 dots on each eye.
For me, I'm also using a concealer that's from Maybelline that is very popular for everybody. I'm sure everybody knows this Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. I've been trying a lot of different concealers, and I think this is quite good for a drugstore brand. So I always use it to just cover my under eyes and also the lines around my nose area and mouth area. Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, when they put quite a good amount of concealer, right? And then at night when they take pictures with flash, then there's like this white cast under your eye because they didn't blend all the way out. So the trick is to blend like a V shape over here. Oh, like that.
Okay. Today, like, I have quite a number of breakouts, so I will usually put a second layer of concealer around the breakout area so that it will be able to hide the breakout spots.
For me, I really have very bad dark circles, so I'm just gonna dot one more dot under my eye and blend it out now.
Before I start on my makeup, I always also usually try this use this pawpaw to hydrate my lips area because it can be really very dry and very chapped. I think ever since we came from Australia, went to Australia, we really love Lucas pawpaw.
I think it's one of the best invention ever. You know, like for myself, I really also have like pretty dry lips, and the thing is that I hate lip balm that is very oily and sticky, or maybe lip balms that doesn't work at all. So this one is really good because even though I have to use my fingertips to apply, which I'm really okay because I have no choice. I'll usually put this over like any lipsticks, any matte lipsticks color that I really love. After concealer, then I'll go into my brow. So for my brow, I'm using this Etose Natural Powder Liner. Let me tell you that this is really one of the best invention ever. You know, someone that's lazy like me, because usually last time I usually like use powdered eyebrow powder. Sometimes I'm so lazy, just so lazy to really use the brush, dip it and then you color it and then dip it again. So I found this in one of my holiday, and then it comes in a little tip like that. So it is very similar to powder, but it comes in like a wand form.
I'll be using the Bobbi brown one, and I also use this fiber gel brow gel by Milk. So I think I've got this product for about 2 years and it has never hit the pan.
Usually I'll just draw the outline of it first, like stroke. So I'll use it like how I would normally do with like eyebrow pencil. Usually I'll just go over with a Q-tip to make sure that all is in place.
Next, I'll be using the Milk Makeup, the Kush Fiber Brow Gel. If you ask me whether is it really worth the hype, I think it's worth to try it just for once, but after that, I don't think I'll buy it again.
So right now I'll be going with this Clear Q Brown Brow Cara. I've used Etude House before, it's okay, but the only thing is that it runs out very quickly. Like it dries up very quickly, I would say. But then the problem with Cleo is that the colors are too intense. Because usually this is very good for people that don't draw their brows, and maybe just, if they have enough brows, they'll just go over it. But if for people like us, where we have to draw our brows first and then later on come in with this, it will be too intense. So you need to work very lightly with this Brow for Clear. Same, I will use a Q-tip to clean up the sides. I'm done with my brows. Okay, so what do you usually do the next step?
Next step, I will do the eyeshadow and my eyeliner to draw the eye area. So the eyeshadow that I have is I've used this unstick shadow. So this is very convenient to use. It's just one crayon to just swatch on the eyelid and just dab it and it's done. The eyeliner that I'm using is the Giverny Powerproof Slim Liner Black. So this one is a crayon eyeliner that I'm going to use to draw at my inner eyelids.
So for myself, I'm using this Naked Tree palette from Urban Decay. Recently, I've been loving this method to apply my eyeshadow to do like a cut crease, not really like a cut crease, but more of darkening the crease area to give an illusion. So usually I will use this color string to just pat all over my eyelid to kind of like even out the color of my eyelids. And then I will come in with the color Limit, which is like a little bit mauvey brown. Entire eyelid, I'll color it with that color. So after I put on like that color Limit all over my eyelid, I will use Lunar, which is a darker brown, And for this one, I'll just draw in according to my eyelid shape. So it gives like an illusion of like a deeper eye socket, like a double eyelid. Because I have uneven eyelids, so this is a little bit like lower and this is a little bit higher. So as you can see, there's a difference when I put on the luminous, the darker colors according to my eye shape. Can you see the difference? That is really, yeah, there's like an illusion that you can create.
Yes. Currently, I'm using this eyeliner to draw in my eye, the inner eyelids. It's really very easy to glide around it, and it's very heavy. It's very heavy pigmented, so it's so easy to glide around. And I really love this go-to eyeliner.
I took quite some time to actually find out like tricks like this for single eyelid person. So this is like a trick even for single eyelid person. Like if you want to create like an illusion that you have a double eyelid, you can use this similar formula where you use a darker shade of brown and then you just go into this corner like this, you know, when you press on, when there's this double eyelid, and then you just go into it. And then you have like an illusion really of like a double eyelid. So if you want to have like make your eyes appear a little bit brighter in the front part, I will go back with the white color, the lightest color in the palette, and then I'll just draw like 1/3 of my eye, the front part basically, so I look more awake. Yeah. And then I'll use like a blending brush, so it's like a round blending brush, and then I'll just twirl towards the inwards to blend it better so that it looks more whole. Yep, like this. Perfect.
So next step we'll have the
Blusher?
Blusher? Yes.
Yeah. For the blusher, I'm using the Benefit Benetint. So this is really one of the best invention ever. You know, one product that I will never live without. I've started using this since like my uni days, and I have never stopped using it. There are days where I'm so lazy to put on like eyeshadows. I will just dot this on my eyelid and I'll blend it out. So it double up like a eyeshadow color tint on your eyelids. So it's really very convenient, and then you can use the same thing for your lids.
The blusher that I'm using is from NYX. It's a stick blush, so it's very good. It's very convenient. As you can see, I really like stick product. So anything that is very convenient, it's easy for starters.
So for mine, right, really I'll just draw 3 strokes. Use your fingers to blend, pat to blend it up. And then if you think that the redness is not enough, you can draw like a few more strokes to intensify it. I will finish it up with some loose powder. So the powder I'm using is from Acwell. It's actually a color correcting powder. So usually I like to use a very light powder all over my face instead of like foundation, cushion, or like compact powder. So I really love powders that don't give me coverage, but it actually brightens my entire complexion. And I don't like glowy, Korean glowy effect either, because I really have like oily combination face. So I just need some powder to matte my entire face. So as you can see, so half of my face, so the right side is powder and the left side is not. So you can see that my right side looks a little bit brighter, you know, with color, and like the evenness of the color it looks just nicer in general on the right side. You can see.
Currently, I also have this loose powder from Chanel. So I'm using this loose powder foundation by Chanel. So so far when I use it, it's really quite easy to use. There's a tint of color in the powder brush, but I think it's after a long wear usage, at the end of the day I'll feel a little bit cakey sometimes. So but so far it's okay. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
When's the last time you washed your brush?
Oh,
All these brushes.
it's a very good question.
All these brushes. I just washed it recently because I couldn't take it. Like I felt like there's a certain call, a heaven's call to ask me to wash my brushes before I get even more breakouts on my face. So that's how I started to just use the brush cleanser to wash it. But it's really a hassle. I really don't really enjoy washing them.
But the tip here is, right, okay, even though I don't usually use my brushes, but sometimes if I feel like if there are certain brushes that I don't use every day, right, then I will spray some alcohol onto it, the isopropylene alcohol that helps to kill all the bacteria. So the trick is to spray on your brush and then you just give it like a swipe to really disinfect if you are lazy to wash like me. But usually I will sometimes, you know, when I feel that, especially for eyeshadow brushes, I will feel that it's very dirty and like a lot of colours will all get mixed up and all that, then I will wash them. So after my powder, right, for me, I will usually go in with my contouring. I really like to contour my face to give like a more definition to my face. The contour that I'm using, right, is Marc Jacobs contour palette. I really love this Marc Jacobs ones because one thing is, number one, it has a really big pan. You know, it's like you can't really finish them.
It's really very big.
And number two is that this brown is actually grey brown. You know how usually a lot of contour palettes is orangey base. So when you put on your face, it's like orange and orange and orange. Because a lot of Western brands, they always do like self-tanning and they always look orangey. So because we are Asians and we don't have self-tan, then it looks weird. You see, it's like yellow, white, and then there's this orange patch. So for Marc Jacobs one, it blends very well. So usually I will pinch my brush to make sure it looks like a fan, and then I will just go in here to up towards my ear from the center of my cheeks, because that's where you want it to have this definition over here. A little bit more, and then the rest I'll just blend here, and then I'll blend it upwards again. Then usually I will just dab in a little bit, and then I'll go into my inner corner to my nose bridge. So usually in the morning, if I go to school, I will actually skip this bronzing step unless I have like enough time. So usually I just draw a little bit and yeah, that's all. And then I'll go in with this highlighter thing, I'll just put in on top of my nose. And so it looks brown. And then a little bit under my brow to highlight the brow bone. I'm not very particular about this because to me, right, I feel that they cannot see. Like there's no colour, so I don't really care. So yeah, the last step is our lips.
Yes. So lastly, I really like applying this lipstick. The lipstick I am using right now is Giverny Sleek Melting Rouge Polish Pink number 3. So it's really very creamy and very easy to apply. Usually in the beginning, I'm really very afraid to use a lipstick because I scared you'll get out the line, you really draw wrongly and it gets messy. So but it's very easy to glide around, so and it's very easy for me to use. So
for me, I will go in with the Benetton again. So usually I'll just draw it on the lips and use my blend it out with the fingertip. And then I'll do it the same thing for the upper lip. And I'll blend it out.
if you find the color is too strong, like for mine, I will always like dab like 1 or 2 times, and then the color will be just right for me. But I really like this lipstick because it's really long lasting. Even though after I had a meal, had lunch, the color will still stay there, and it can last throughout the whole day, and it's very good.
So usually after my lip tints or lipsticks, I'll just put on a layer of powder.
I'll do that too.
Usually after my entire routine, right, I'll go in again with this Giverny Milk Serum Filter Pack. I've really been loving this item because like I mentioned, I have combination oily skin type and I really hate the glowy look that everybody's going for. I'm very different. I like matte things. So I realized that after my color correcting powder, when I top it up with this powder, right, my face can actually stay matte like throughout the day. It doesn't get as oily. So it's colourless, comes with a lid, very convenient, very small, which I will carry around with me sometimes. I'll just put it all over my face. Under my eye, forehead, cheeks. I think we take a little bit longer because we are like chatting a lot, like sharing a lot of things about why we like certain products and all that. But actually I think you can really do this within like maybe 15 to 20 minutes, the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually you can skip away the contour, you can skip away like all the chatting. I think you can all done within 10 to 15 minutes.
It's a very quick steps just to make our face look good, look better, and feel good for the day.
Yes, so that's it for this episode. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like to see more of these videos and all, please comment down below. And if you'd like to see us again, please comment down below.
Yes.
Yes, please subscribe and hit the bell button and you'll receive the notification if we ever upload the next video. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Bye.